Should Mike do $1 million Roth conversion? Woo, Nelly. This is a big one. Working with a guy this morning is just crushing. Saturday, what is it, August 18th or something like that. I deal with clients on Saturdays, so in the morning. I don't like evening calls, but mornings are fine. Saturdays are fine too. And I haven't showered, haven't shaved, haven't brushed my choppers yet. Look at my curly yellows. Look at my pearly yellows. But anyway, it's all good. I mean, and the dogs are barking and the whole thing. And my guy's like, "You're not very professional, Josh." No, he just said it. I said, "Sorry about the lack of professionalism." He goes, "Dude, I've seen all your videos. I know what to expect." Anyway, so we're sitting there, and I do my pre-work planning with him. I was like, because he's got a pension from the federal government, and he's always going to be in the 12% tax bracket. I was like, it just does it make sense to do a Roth conversion? We had a little bit of white space to do Roth conversions to 12%, but it's just not that much. It's like, you could do a Roth conversion for $30,000 a year until the Social Security kicks in, and it's just, for like 5 years, it's just not that big of a deal. I was like, I don't see it, Mike. I don't see it. He goes, what if I just did it all in one fell swoop? I said, I don't know, dude. That's crazy. I don't think it's going to work. He goes, let's just see what we come up with. So let me show you what we came up with here. I think you'll get a kick out of this. See some of my other skilled nursing home patients, population of 65, all this stuff I keep. 1960 census data on housing, long distance rates, 1956. So we're going to look at this right here. All right. So we're going to see what it looks like. Taxes with no conversions. We're going to open this guy up right here. And we're going to see he pays a total of $1.37 million in taxes with no conversions. I need to get my notepad. I'll be right back. $1.374 million with no taxes. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete that guy. We're going to show you what his account balances are with no conversions as well. So his end of account balance is he's got $455,000 in his Roth, $830 in his 401k. He's got $4.774 in his brokerage account, and his total is 6.06. Now, this is many years from now, inflated at 5%, just inflated at 5%. So we're just going to compare even Steven here. So we're not changing in the balances or anything like that. We're just going to keep it as it is. All right, well, I think I got one other thing. Then his total healthcare costs with no conversions, all right, his total healthcare costs are $462,000. $462,000. All right, and so just keep, and I have all this written down. What did I say? 462. There we go. All right, so no conversions, 462. All right, so now check it out. When we do a one-time Roth conversion, he's got 1.1. Actually, hold on a second. I'm going to show you guys something. We're going to do one tax or account value, net cash flow. He's got 1.036 million in his IRA. 1.036 million in his IRA. His 401k. So we're going to convert the whole thing. 1.036 million. All right. How much he'll end up paying in taxes on that guy? He'll end up paying he'll end up paying $407,000 in his first year, but his total taxes will be 1.304 million. All right, so 1.304. So he'll save $70,000 in his total lifetime of taxes. All right, so he saves $70,000 if he converts it all in one fell swoop. He pays $407,000 out the gate, and he saves $70,000. But it gets more than that. Check this out. We're going to go to healthcare cost right here. His healthcare costs with Roth conversions are $331,000 compared to $462,000. So he's going to save another $130,000 in healthcare. Why? Because the IRMA stuff. And we're just going to look over here. Here's the, I was just listening to Kwame Brown, like Kwame Brown. Donald Trump, Elon Musk interview black celebrities calling out other black celebrities. He's got this funny thing on Instagram that Joe Biden, you ain't black. Oh my goodness. A guy named Maurice Spears on Instagram has all these great clips. Joe, it's so funny. Charlemagne, you ain't black. Using Joe Biden where he said, you ain't black if you don't vote Biden. Oh man, it's so funny. I don't know what is going on here. I don't care about Team USA. Anyway, so right here, once you go, this is in 2025. Once you go above $105,000 a single, this is essentially your gross income. You're going to have more. You're going to have $74 a month more to pay for your Medicare premiums. All right. Once you go above, let's see, 131, you have $184 a month in Medicare premiums on top of your normal Medicare premiums. Once you go above 163, you can see that. So once you go above $500,000, you'll have Medicare premiums of $443 on top of your normal Medicare Part B premiums. All right, so that's a quadrupling. Yeah, 4 times what you're paying. I mean, you're already paying $174 a month. You're going to pay another $443 a month once you go by a certain income threshold. So if he doesn't do any Roth conversions, his income, because he's going to have this $1 million IRA, I don't know if I show it actually. Hang tight. Let's see if I show it in here. Let me hold on just a second. Minimize this. Hold on a second. He doesn't do any Roth conversions, and his $1 million IRA grows for 15 years at 5%. He's going to have his pension, he's going to have his Social Security, and he's going to have massive amounts of RMD. So he's going to have higher healthcare premiums because of the IRMA stuff. And I have a sneaky suspicion the IRMA stuff has only just begun because Medicare is dying on the vine as we see here today. So not doing Roth conversions will lead to him an extra $130,000 of healthcare cost plus an extra $70,000 of income tax. Now, this is assuming he survives till he's 90 years old. And you can make an argument that's a bad assumption. That's fine. You could say, well, if he didn't do Roth conversions, he died at 80, he would save taxes by not doing Roth conversions. And you're 100% right. He could also do qualified charitable distributions as well once he's 70 and a half to avoid the RMDs, or at least at least a portion of his RMDs. I get all that. But just keeping everything apples to apples comparison, he does save $130,000 of healthcare costs doing that one-time Roth conversion, and he saves another $70,000 in income tax. So, we're talking $200,000 of taxes. Now, watch how much he leaves to the heirs. He doesn't have any kids, but just say he did. Healthcare, no account value, no conversions. Taxes, no conversions. End of life accounts, 1 Roth conversions. So here he leaves $6.01 million, which is more than what he would have left before. Before he was leaving 6.06. Now we're leaving 6.01. No, he leaves less. I'm sorry, he was 6.01 to 6.06, so he leaves less here, $50,000 less. But in this case, it's all in a Roth, tax-free. This is all tax-free to the brokerage account. So even though he leaves $50,000 less, before with no conversions, he had $830,000 he's leaving to whoever. That would be taxed as ordinary income to those people. If I don't have my thing here, but just say 25% tax rate just for simplicity. That's a $200,000 tax. So he's leaving more. He's paying less to do one massive Roth conversion. All right. And so I was like, man, I didn't realize it was going to be like that. I did not. And I started messing around. What if he does it over the course of 3 years, basically $333,000 a year or something like that? What if he did it over the course of 2.5 years? What all this? And basically, all that stuff is fine. He can do whatever. He's going to mull this over. We'll revisit and stuff. And I'm not encouraging. I'm just showing the numbers, man. Now I did the Roth conversions the last couple of years. I paid like $70,000 in taxes. I don't know how much. Yeah, I think an extra $70,000 in taxes, something like that. I can't remember. And it sucked. I paid a hell of a lot of taxes, but it's all in Roth now. I'm 54 years old, so whatever I grows is all tax-free for me. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully I don't need to touch that money until I'm 70. That's 16 years of more growth, of tax-free growth. If I got 7% a year, if I got 8% a year, that'd be double every 9 years. If I got 9% a year, double every 8 years. So if I got 9% a year, I don't expect that. If I get 9% a year, I'd have a doubling, if that makes sense. So for every $100,000 I have in there, go to $400,000 in 16 years. If I got a 9% rate of return, I don't expect that. That's all tax-free. I'll never pay income tax again, assuming I don't make any earned income again. And that's freaking fantastic. I love it. So in this case, a guy is going to say, look, I'm just going to have the taxes come out of my IRA. So what happened in this case, he'd have to pay, I think it was $400,000 of income tax. So his IRA would net, his Roth would net $600,000. $400,000 going to Sniffy Joe and Heels Up Harris. $600,000 goes into his IRA. I had a guy who did that in 2011. I'll never get Paul from New York City. He had $1 million in his 401k. So I'm converting the whole thing. If memory serves, I think it was Spitzer was governor back then. We had big issues about worrying about the state estate tax, the New York state estate tax, and the federal estate tax, because the Bush tax bill is going away. We didn't know what the hell crazy Obama was going to do. And so I'm just converting the whole damn thing and be done with it, man. If I have to leave it to my kids, at least it'll be tax-free from an income tax perspective. So he converted $1 million. I think he netted 600, maybe 550,000. You factor in the New York state tax, something like that. And by now, I'm sure he's dead now, but by now, whoever received that money received, well more than $1 million, completely tax-free, estate tax-free. In this case, because the estate laws were rectified not to hammer him, and income tax-free. So it worked out like a charm for him. I mean, that's the thing. The thing about Roth conversions, ultimately, if you think the markets are going to go up and you're not going to need the money for 15, 20 years, Roth conversions just make sense a lot of times. They really do, because the growth of the portfolio is tax-free. If you're going to need the money in 3 to 4 years, I don't know why you'd bother with Roth conversions. Or if you don't think the market's going to grow very high, I don't know why you'd bother. But if you think the market's going to go, and I'm only giving this guy 5% rate of return here, guys, 5%. We're not freaking swinging for the fences here. I don't know. So anyway, that worked like a charm. So he's going to save money for healthcare. He's going to save money income tax. He's save money for have a similar portfolio at the end of death. And then when you factor in taxes to his heirs, whoever those heirs would be, a niece, nephew, something like this, brother, it's going to be significant savings, all for just doing a one fell swoop Roth conversion. Yeah, love your thoughts. God bless. We'll see you. Don't forget to like the button.